Alrighty, so here we are back with Tropico 6, and in today's episode we are into episode number 2 on our mission here, ball game. And in the last episode we set up a pretty good island for having a decent foundation for the rest of the mission. And of course we're playing on the hard difficulty, so let's get into it.
What can I say, Presidente? Your PR department must be working overtime. Huh, maybe I'll headhunt them.
Yes, so this little quest here completed just sort of out of the blue. Right as the mission started, I went back and took the screenshot for the thumbnail of the last episode, and I realized that this finished. That's pretty nice. Since you've gone and proved there's idiots who will buy tickets to your Tropico series, it stands to reason we better put some games on. I'll see what I can do about the national US team. Maybe the little leagues would like some free exposure. Ah. Cool.
Looks to me as though people don't much want to visit your dumb island, pal.
You know what I do when I'm in doubt? I build a hotel. 5-star hotels. They're good for what ails you. Don't worry about the money. If you drop the ball, someone will bail you out. Not me though. That statement was not contractually binding, okay? 20 tourists with a rating of 100. That's pretty decent. And we need just one skyscraper hotel, so pretty easy to do. Low rebel threat. Definitely not a good thing to see. But it should be fine. Let's go into times 4 speed for a bit. Let our money climb up a ways. Maybe it would be a good idea to kind of save up like maybe 50k or something like that. Build a bank. A bank would probably be a pretty good idea. But we will see how things go after just a couple of months here. Actually, you know what? Someone did mention something. The trading post. The trading post enables you to send wares to foreign superpowers, which creates a trade route for that ware. Trade routes improve with the more goods you send in multiplayer mode, so we're not worried about multiplayer mode. But this is a newer building. I think it was part of like the free buildings and stuff. A number of free buildings, not free buildings, but just non-DLC. Yeah, I guess free buildings. This one is one of them, so you know what, I'm gonna build it. I've never actually built this, so let's go ahead and build it and let's see how well it does. Cool. So here's that superpower China. Let's do USA, select resource, and let's find cars. Let's see how well this does. Yeah. Okay, and so real quick, we have the money for it. I want to throw down our skyscraper hotel. Cool. Go ahead and throw it right here. And that should be pretty good. Hire immigrant with a college education, and we need to have Tropicans with a college education. So we have a lot of unemployed people, which isn't great. So let's go ahead and endeavor to build up potentially 2 offices. That would be very ideal. I built this clinic a little closer than I would have wanted to.
Nice hotel, Presidente. I've seen taller. Heck, I've seen better all round, but it's not bad for a beginner.
Me, I've been building stuff for years. Well, paying for stuff to be built. Well, okay, borrowing money to pay for stuff to be built. Turns out that if you borrow enough, you don't have to pay it back. That's pretty crazy.
Still no joy with the tourists, huh? Well, they probably think your country is poor. Hey, it is poor. It's full of poor people.
But you can change that perception. That's how I'm such a political chameleon. I always say the right things at the right time, buy yourself some class, and get on the message. Or get on message. Tropico isn't poor, it has boats. Like that. Poetical. See? Have a yacht club. We already have plenty of rich tourists, so all we gotta do is build a yacht club. Cool. I built this clinic a little closer to the road than I would have wanted to, but real quick, I am going to turn down the master volume just a bit. Cool. Now we have an office. Let's buy one worker in and control click the wages on up. We don't even have workers here. Let's go and buy 2 then there. Cool. So that was the college educated person that we needed to hire in. Now all we need is a couple more college educated people. You know what? It's bugging me so much that I'm going to actually do it now. Move this, and then let's go ahead and throw in some parks in front. We can do something simple. Cool. So now we have our first like full city block with very nice looking buildings. Pretty good to see. Lots and lots of concrete around. Yeah, it looks pretty good. As a matter of fact, let's go ahead and demolish all of these buildings that are like ruining the liberty nearby. Hopefully we don't need them anymore. If we do, we'll potentially try and find another way to go about that.
The citizens are demanding elect.
Let's deliver a good speech. Let's focus on fun happiness, which is lowest. Praise of action. Let's go ahead and praise, I guess, the capitalist. Doesn't really matter. Because statistically, without...
My friends! They call me the broker. I guess I had another name once. But you know what names are good for? They're good for getting you arrested, Presidente. Well, that's not my game. My game would be business. Which business? Hey, what have you got?
If you don't go about, like, influencing your political factions, then, like, statistically, on average, they're going to be split roughly, like, evenly between both sides here. And so, because we're not, you know, doing any political propaganda, then we don't really need to worry about which faction we choose. But now we have the money for our very own stadium, which is undoubtedly going to be rather quite important for the mission. So let's go ahead and build it. I suppose here is fine. Yes, I like that spot. And let's actually go ahead and throw down a parking deck here. I feel like that's a good addition. While we're at it, let's go ahead and put the park in. I like this one. Let's go ahead and quick build that. And there's something else I wanted to do. Oh yes, a yacht club. You know what? I want to hire in all the college-educated people before we finish the stadium quest there. But let's go ahead and put in a yacht club before we run out of money. We don't even have enough right now. Oh, maybe we do. No. Maybe we did. But that's okay. Now we do. Suppose here's a good spot for it. As good as any other spot, I reckon. I should have put this on high priority. They're gonna get the stadium done first. That should be okay. Oh man. Nearby pollution and these little shacks is sort of ruining the service quality of our funfair pier. Kind of sad. But it should be fine. Cool. So we need 60 stadium visitors. Okay. Let's max out the budget, giving us a service quality of 100. That's good. And I guess before the stadium visitors, we can try and hire in a couple more college-educated people. Just slap down some offices here and there, as we have the money for them.
Nice
9,000.
boats you got there, pal. Not as big as mine, but then mine doesn't technically float. It just sits on the seabed. It's that big.
Anyhow, your tourism's coming on, huh? Really? No, pal. Sorry, I just can't do it. Small talk, not my thing. Never learned. Let's talk when we both got something to say, eh? Cool. We should have enough money for another, there we go, another office. Let's go and slap that down. And as these get built up, I want to try and hire in people Yeah, we're 3 off. It's pretty close.
It's game day, Presidente.
It's okay.
It's the top of the first, and the bases are loaded. The crowd is electric, and... home run! Oh, darn!
We're being thrashed, Presidente. I'm baffled. Is our ace pitcher being distracted by that stupid spider mascot wiggling around behind the plate? Or is it that he's pitching underarm? Either way, Tropico's epic baseball history won't be celebrated today. Okay. Presidente, if we're gonna step up security at the airport, we'll probably need an airport to step up security at. And we should. Those darn militants won't be able to pass up this opportunity, just like we can't pass up the chance to crush the USA at baseball. Americans are soft, but Tropicans are rugged individuals, unburdened by coaches, teamwork, or training. Those things just make players lazy. Have airport where crime safety values between 50 and 100. Cool.
The world is watching, Presidente. We've been humiliated. So now, more than ever, do we need a true Tropican sports team.
Here's my thinking. In professional baseball, players come from everywhere. They play in major US cities, but they're not born there, so let's do that. Let's keep the American team for ourselves and convince them to be Tropican. Brilliant. Have an asylum. Have at least one asylum with upgrade resistance chamber. Institutionalized tourist. Okay. Cool. So that seems pretty interesting. College educated, airport with crime safety. So next up is the airport. We'll go ahead and get that done. We got like a lot of homeless people around. Yes. So we need to fix that soon. 4 broke. 11 broke families. How's that possible? Bunch of college educated people. Unemployed. We have 2 college unemployed people. Let's go and slap down one more office for them to work in. Reckon that's as good a spot as any. Ah yes, this thing here. So it's getting pretty close to 1,000. So let's go ahead and wait until it is at 1,000. And then we'll go ahead and send it. Send the loaded resources to USA. They will offer a new trade route for the goods sent. The quality of the route depends on the amount of resources sent, of course. And let's go ahead and actually do a customs office. Go ahead and quick build that.
Concerned about foreign trade putting you out of a job? Fear not! The customs office is here to protect you by monitoring international trade.
Whoa. An 88%. For just 600 cars, we're netting 14,000. Standard, like if we were just to sell the cars in the dock without a trade route, that would be almost 30,000. But with this trade route, we're selling them for $50,000 for 1,000 cars. So let's look at what 12,000 units look like. 1/3 of a million. That's insane. That's so crazy. We got a really good deal there.
Eureka, Presidente! An unknown and yet somehow well-respected balding little professor has rediscovered our national sport.
The Maya call it pits. In Spanish, it is el juego de pelota. It really is the ball game. Don't worry about how it's played. Nobody understands baseball either. The important thing is that it was definitely played on this island, probably around 3,000 years ago. It's super authentic. Cool. 5,000 free knowledge.
Presidente! Oh my word. Presidente, must remember to breathe.
Sorry, I ran all the way here from my office down the corridor because my balding little professor has discovered a pit's pit. At least a completely random formation of rocks that is almost certainly a pit's pit. If we develop it, Presidente, an authentic Tropican pit series can be played there. Have an ancient ruins, have 2 teleferic stations, 1 inspiring statue for free, 20 tourists. Cool. Yes, we got this all the way up. Let's do tourist fees. Kind of expensive, but we're getting a lot of tourists visiting anyways, so good to pick it up now. That's pretty crazy. And so with the trading post, this thing's insane. Reduces the time until you can ship to the same superpower again by 25%. Existing cooldowns are not affected. Okay, more samples. Let's go ahead and pick that up. Oh, existing cooldowns are not affected. Something pretty important is that we did this without increasing USA's foreign relation. I reckon we maybe could have gotten it above 100%. That would have been really crazy. But for now, this is fine. So, huge trading post. I should have been using this the entire series so far. But in your playthroughs, I would definitely recommend using this on any of your important goods that you're producing on your island. Either way, let's go ahead and purchase the Urban Development Edict. And as soon as we have some money, let's start putting down some buildings for people to live in. Pretty important. There's a little bit of money. Let's go ahead and throw down a minor apartment here. How are we doing electricity wise? What are we even doing? Oh, we have a nuclear power plant. Let's max out the budget. Cool. And then in all modern apartments, let's try and get solar panel windows for everything. It's going to be pretty expensive, but it'll save us a lot of electricity in the long run. Let's go ahead and bump up the budget once.
Sure the good citizens of Tropico.
Allow everyone to vote freely. Should be fine. Now, let's go ahead and find real quick where this ancient ruins is. Here it is, cool. So let's go ahead and, I believe it is tourism. Ancient ruins, let's go ahead and put that there. We need an asylum.
Energy drinks. A boon for modern living or a one-way trip to diabetes? Canal Uno sponsors El Toro Rojo say, why not both?
Why not both? Let's go ahead and wait for the asylum, put that down, and then we need an airport. Let's actually do the airport first. Maybe here. I think this is a good spot. Let's see how much it costs. It's going to be like a lot of money, so we'll have to wait a bit of time for that. What is the issue here? Rubber. Is no one working in the rubber plantations again? No. Let's go ahead and hire in a bunch of people for that. Quite annoying when that happens.
The election is a landslide, Presidente. The metaphorical kind, not the kind that accidentally reduces the size of the workforce.
Do we have cars in here yet? I want to see what the cars are going to look like. A cool couple thousand. Pretty nice. We need literally... Oh, we had it there for a second. There we go. Airport. Airport. Good a spot as any to me. Uneven terrain. I hate when that happens. Good enough. Cars. They should be here soon. $35,000. That's pretty good. So we'll have the airport. Let's check crime safety real quick. See what it's looking like around here. It should be good enough, but let's go ahead and ensure that's going to stay true simply by putting down a police station here. And there's lots of stuff that we could do for this little space here, but I'm kind of thinking we could put something different. Yes, that looks kind of cool. It'll look even cooler when the police station's done. Let's go ahead and max out budget, change the work modes around. Let's go to research. Research the police station, World Wars. Always on duty. Perfect. So now crime safety should definitely be pretty high up.
You act with great conviction, Presidente. A very Tropican trait. Why, some of our greatest leaders were convicted.
Conviction, moral fiber, regular bowels, these are the traits of the true Tropican. We must work to ensure that nobody undermines our traits. Presidente, we must root out the traitors. Blueprint for the luxury hotel, that's pretty nice.
We'll need hotels for the tourists, Presidente. Nice hotels, but not too nice. We don't want anyone to stay too long.
Which reminds me, safety is paramount, Presidente. I'm not just talking about having rails on balconies, I'm talking militants. Tell you what though, I can stand out front from time to time. I can suspect an insurgent at 50 feet. They all look the same to me. Okay, cool. So we need to have 2 luxury hotels, which we should have enough money for that. A police blimp, which I believe we got the, what's it called? The blueprint for free. And then have at least 1 cathedral with the upgrade done in confessional. Cool. So let's go ahead and go in here to tourism, and we get luxury hotels for free. Not for free, but we get the, what's it called for free? The blueprint for them. Let's go and do that. Let's go here, get the upgrade done in confessional. And then what else do we need? 1 police blimp, so let's go ahead and put that down. I never build police blimps, but maybe I should. Should endeavor to do so. Ooh, you know what? This, I feel like this, yeah, let's go ahead and demolish you. Let's put this there. Cool. Quick build it. Max out the budget. Patrol, select the location. You have the police blimp patrol between there and its current position. Okay, so let's move it to here. Maybe there's a reason I don't have it. It seems kind of loud and obnoxious, but we'll give it a chance. Cool, so there it is. Then let's patrol and have it aim like right here. Cool. Hopefully it doesn't go bonking into buildings. No cars in. How's this looking good? Maybe cars will get there soon? No. We need an asylum. Let's go ahead and put that down.
You act with great conviction, Presidente. A very Tropican trait. Why, some of our greatest leaders were convicted.
Cool. So, exact same lines, but that's fine. 1 gourmet restaurant for free. Cool. Ancient ruins are coming along. Let's go ahead and set up our asylum, which is under public services. Seems like a very good public service. An asylum. That's a joke, by the way. Let's go ahead and quick build you on it. Max out the budget. Resistance chamber. Institutionalized tourist. So let's go find some tourists institutionalized. Let's max out the budget on these. Get these upgrades.
An official statement from the palace declares cryptocurrency to be unpatriotic. If it doesn't have a picture of El Presidente on it, it's not currency.
So what we need to do is require a courthouse and the constitution set to official separation. So let's go ahead and build our courthouse. We could change the constitution, but I'd rather sort of leave it the way it is. So let's go ahead and slap down a courthouse. I mean, I guess we could put it here. We could do it here. That's a much better spot, I'd say. Now let's go ahead and put down a bank. Perfect. Look at that. Cool. Let's go in times 4 speed. Let all this get built up and stuff. Once we have the courthouse, let's put that on high priority. We need 2 telepheric stations. Cool. So we can do like 1 from down here up to here, and then another one here to there. That's what I'm kind of thinking. I haven't. It's under this. Yes. Telepheric station. And let's do 1 more. We can go from here to... Need more money. Cool, there we go. And let's go ahead and throw in a parking deck up here. Quick build that on up, max out the budget. Let's get camera surveillance on all of those. Cool, cool, cool. No cars in there. Let's max out the budget here. Due process. Let's research it and change this to... what's it called here? Business law. And you know what? I never built the housing that we needed, so let's go ahead and try and focus on that a bit for the current moment. You know what? Let's do something kind of cool. Let's do 1 there like that. And then let's do 1 here like that. And let's put a park in between them. 3x3? No, 2x3. Cool. Let's go and quick build both of these on up. Not max out the budgets, but that should be fine. Need 9,000 for the upgrades. Go and check in on the population, unemployed, homeless families. We're starting to chip away at that. 10 high school unemployed people, so there's that. Let our money get built up for just a little bit. Stay in ×4. Let's max out the budget here. Oh, this is strictly only for tourists. That's fine. Go and quick build up these telepheric stations.
The first Pits game in 3,000 years was just played in the Pits pit. 2 tourists ate egg and crust sandwiches while they watched.
Forget baseball, Presidente. Pits is a hit. It's the authentic Tropican sport, played in the only truly historical Pits pit in the world, except for the others. It's a dead cert commercial juggernaut. 12 people have watched some of the game on the internet already. Cool. So 20 tourist ratings of 100. We'll go ahead and take that. Institutionalized tourists, so I need to do that now. Let's go just click on 12 random tourists and institutionalized.
I'll work on my tan.
2,
That wasn't in the
3,
brochures.
Well, time for a rest.
4,
Time for a rest.
5,
I'll work on my tan.
6,
Well, time for a rest.
7,
That wasn't in the
8.
brochures.
There wasn't in the brochures.
9. So hopefully that works out well. It'll probably take a bit of time, but we got plenty of time. Especially in ×4 speed, right? Let's max out this budget, and let's go ahead and research the airport. We're gonna need to I swear I wear out my mouse is so quick. My mice, I wear them out really, really fast. Like, this mouse is relatively new and already I'm like wearing out the scroll wheel. Max out you. Pretty soon we'll have people staying in these luxury hotels, which would be pretty nice. So we've already institutionalized one. Let's just hang out and wait for that quest to complete while we zoom on in and get a good look at our little island here. Well, first off, let's check this. Select resource. Let's do another one for cars. And let's actually try and make the US happy. We need an embassy.
As the stem cell controversy rages, Tropican botanists report that they've always used stem cells for experiments. And leaf and petal cells, too.
We can honestly do like imports from America if we can, from the USA. Like this tobacco, we'll just say that we're gonna do it, and we'll probably just leave that running forever, but the point is that we want to make them happy with that. And is there anything else that potentially... I think we're producing pineapples. Let's just do this one as well. And yes. And you know what? Let's go ahead and set up like 2 more. Let's actually go super crazy. Let's get like 3 more of these. Ah, you know what could potentially be our issue is Teamsters offices. I didn't even really think about it till right now. Let's go and quick build up some of these. Let's just max out their budgets and let's make them all second shifts. That should be fine. Go and quick build all of these as well. And let's construct them up a road. How are we doing in terms of... Oh, we have a lot of jobs now. Let's go ahead and just like guarantee that these will be full. Cool. And let's go ahead and throw in 1 more Teamsters office just to be on the safe side here. Max out that budget. Second shift. Cool. So they're entering here, and this area looks kind of ugly, so let's go ahead and fix that. See the Space Memorial Park here.
I am sorry, need a drink.
Cool, so this area looks quite a bit better. Nice. As a kid, this is what I always wanted. I always wanted to just create like little areas that look neat. That was always my like favorite thing. And so now whenever this little restaurant starts to get full, there'll be people hanging out, chilling around here. Anyone that's going to use the teleferic station will come walking by. And it's all plazaed up. Got a lot of bricks on the ground. I think it looks pretty nice. With the luxury outlets upgrade, we'll be able to sell cars to our own population now, which is pretty cool. Bunch of tourists rolling into their new hotel. Lots of pretty nice sightlines here. Then on over into the more industrial part of the town. That's a pretty nice little skyline there. If I do say so myself, let's go ahead and get to the duty-free shops, in-flight meals. We don't need a metro station because we don't have any metros, so that's fine. Let's go ahead and pick up yet another... Oh wow, we're not making nearly as much money as I thought we were making. We are importing tobacco, so potentially it could be a pretty good idea to set up the tobacco industry building here, the cigar factory, because now we're importing it, we might as well use it. Let's give this a bit of time. Yeah, now this is, I feel like I have built this police blimp on different islands, and that's the reason. So I figured it's kind of annoying. At least I think so. Let's max out the budget on teleferic stations. I did not really know this. I never really built teleferic stations, but they give a wage of 10, which is nice to know. Nice, 37,000. Pretty good. Let's go ahead and throw down the cigar factory, and then I'll try and save up quite a bit more money.
I got mugged again.
That's funny. Institutionalized tourists. That's taken quite a bit longer than I would have wanted to. Let's see, maybe they're leaving before they... Yeah, I have a feeling that's it. They're leaving before they become institutionalized here. Let's go through and
I'll work on my tan.
try doing this to a couple more people.
That wasn't in the brochures.
Worth every cent.
No, so historical.
Like my Uncle Fred said, dude.
Dude.
Every cent.
Is this area today's a
Dangerous?
good day?
Time for a rest. That wasn't in the brochures.
Oh, yes. This is a very profitable little island. Look at us go. So here's our current trade route. 88% above standard. Very good. Let's go ahead and see if we can get it higher. 99% for 15,000 units. Let's go ahead and sign that. And then let's actually cancel the old one. Oh man, I could have got even better. That is okay. We will... We'll fix that. We'll try again. We actually ran out of electricity, which is not good. What do we use so much electricity on? Let's do automated line. Let's do climate control. That'll be pretty important. What do we... Why are we missing so much electricity all of a sudden? Let's go ahead and honestly probably just build a whole nother nuclear power plant. Who doesn't want some nuclear crops, right? Nuclear irradiated crops. Let's go ahead and times 4 speed. Institutionalizing tourists is hard.
Año es mi deseo.
Every day is an adventure.
Bad news is me, Deseo.
That's a 3 there. Support's kind of tanking. I feel like I should sort of try and make the people happy a bit. Healthcare is kind of low. Let's just fix that right now by getting a very simple hospital up. Very easy fix. And we can throw in a clinic behind. Quick build both these on up, max out budgets, get upgrades, max out budget here, hospitalization wing. We can do ambulant treatment and still get 96 service quality because we have in our constitution the healthcare set to paid healthcare. So even though usually you'd be like kind of losing a lot, we're actually not losing too much, which is fine. Nuclear power plant should be coming along soon. We're actually losing like an insane amount of money right now. A bit worrisome, but should be fine. The rubber is... no one wants to work in it again. Oh, you know what? It must have been these hydroponic plantations. Max out the budget there. Whoa, all the people left.
It's all so very authentic.
Why is everyone staring?
I'll work on my tan.
Worth every cent.
Are we there yet?
Can't institutionalize minors.
Where's my passport?
Well, time for a rest.
My feet hurt.
Where's my passport?
Back feels like 100 pounds.
There wasn't in the brochures.
That wasn't in the brochures.
Alright, there we go, back making some pretty decent money. Now let's give this a shot. Now that we have the customs office, we want this to be up all the way. let's go ahead and make sure that we are hiring in our last person here. I'm trying to think if there's anything else that will increase export prices. I can't think of anything else, at least not in the base game. Real quick, let's go perusing through edicts. Contraception ban, none of this. You know what will? In the Constitution, global market economy, if we change it to international trade partnership, all export trade routes are increased by 10%. So let's do that real quick. That's going to be up here, global market economy. International trade partnership. Customs office is full. Let's go ahead and, oh, we can't send. We need to wait 3 years, 4 years. That's kind of unfortunate. It's fine. We'll just wait the couple years that we're going to need. We should have cigar factory up and running soon. Trying our best to institutionalize as many tourists as possible, but it's just really annoying because they keep leaving.
Rest.
I'll work on my tan.
I'll work on my tan.
That wasn't in the brochures.
You're gonna be here for another year.
My feet hurt.
18 months. These people are here for 18 more months. I feel like that's a good group of them to get.
Time for a rest.
6 months. I feel like that's not worth.
Worth every cent.
6 months, not worth.
Time for a rest.
12 months, we'll take them.
Time for a rest.
Huh, today's a good day to take risks.
I'll work on my tan.
That wasn't in the brochures.
Today is a good day to take risks.
Rebel threat decreased to none, that's good. Cool. So now we're up to 160k, which is kind of insane. Let's see how much longer we got on this. Roughly like 2.5 years. Why does no one want to work in this building? Job quality is 65. I feel like that's not too bad. Just hiring a bunch of people for it, I guess. Oh yeah, the reason that I did that was because I wanted to build up a second car manufacturing place, vehicle factory. But that's going to require another steel mill. And another steel mill is going to require more coal and iron. So let's go ahead and find those two goods. You need this coal mine over here. Let's do... I'm thinking, do I build 2? Yeah, let's build 2. Why not? And then let's do 2 on this iron deposit here.
The citizens are
Let's deliver another amazing speech. All of our numbers are looking pretty good. Let's focus on housing, I suppose. Capitalist, no one, nothing.
They call me the broker. I guess I had another name once. But you know what names are good for? They're good for getting you arrested, Presidente. Well, that's not my game. My game would be business. Which business? Hey, what have you got?
Let's go and research these. Always a swell idea to do so because it will keep them around for longer, keep the deposit running for just a little bit longer. Pretty much the only way to do so. And on the last series, I was actually looking for this, so I should have memorized where it is. There we go. Waste not protocol, smelting furnace increases efficiency by 10, pollution goes up, but that's fine. I'll quick build both of you guys. Waste not protocol, filter system, go ahead and pick that up, why not? And let's actually upgrade both of these. Modernize them both. max out their budgets. Waste not protocol, filter system on both of them, or on that one. This one's, they're both different, which is kind of unique. And this means that we can build up a second steel mill. Cool. Ooh, look at that. Let's max out that, and then all we gotta do is now build up a second vehicle factory. Cool. Don't really want to pollute up any important areas. We could put it up here. I feel like that kind of looks good, but let's just keep it far away from our population. Ooh, could have put it right up against the cliffside, but that's fine. Quick build it with our copious amounts of money. Let's go ahead and get crash test dummies. Why not? Improved emission test software. Let's go and pick that up, I guess. And that should be fine. Cool. Yeah. Can we send this yet? Another year and a half. I'm gonna max out the budget here. How are we doing on tobacco? Looks like it's all fine.
The American team is in the enclosure, Presidente. We shall brainwash them into thinking like true Tropicans.
We'll instill in them 3 great Tropican virtues: altruism, humility, and macrame. We tie ourselves into knots helping others, but we don't like to talk about it. These are the perfect traits to condition a secret stolen baseball team into believing. Cool.
Hey, pal, what's the big idea? You can't abduct American citizens. I've a good mind to build a wall right round that ass nugget of an island you call home.
You know what? I will. I'm gonna blockade you. That piggy bank of an economy of yours, you can flush that down the toilet. Nobody messes with me. Nobody. The superpower will form a naval blockade that delays your trade ship by 3 months. USA relations are now at 20.
The brainwashing of the American players is going well, Presidente. It looks like it's not even the first time they've been brainwashed either.
But to convince the world, we'll have to hack the internet and make the players Tropican by birth. We should also pay off their families and friends. It'll be expensive, but to rule the baseball world, it'll be worth it, Presidente. Have a cyber operations center, produce jewelry. What is this? Fake news time. Who are these people? Ah, they're really mad at us. Fulfill export trade routes to the USA. Legalize substances. They must be upset because we, what's it called? Went and did, a bunch of industry very quickly.
I came to see you as soon as I found these were available, Presidente. What do you think?
We're gonna have to sort of game it up here for a minute. So first off, let's go ahead and change the customs office to, let's go ahead and research it. World Wars, I believe. No, Cold War. Customs office, we're also going to need to research the bank. Change this to special tax. Let's hire in all the people for that. And then we're also going to need to find our bank and change it to slush funds. We're going to need to start stealing money, and let's actually set up a second bank to do this as well. Alright. So I believe we still have the good trade route with America, at least. Yes, that shouldn't change. But we should honestly change our, what's it called? Embassy to someone else for the time being. I believe they already got kicked out. No, they're still here. Cool. Let's do another embassy here, I suppose. Let's go ahead and invite, I guess, the Middle East. Let's go ahead and praise them, and let's do some trade routes with them. The Middle East, we can do... We can import, you know, a bunch of canned goods. 3 trade routes have been canceled. No! That was all of our money. Should be fine. I don't make them too mad too quickly.
Tropico has ceased trading with a certain major superpower.
Now, I don't want to alarm you, but I'm going to need a rather prompt decision on these offers.
What is it going to need to refresh it? 2,500. Stolen away into the bank. Let's switch this over to the Middle East. And we'll wait. Give it a bit of time before we start trying to change stuff up here. With our population doing plenty of jobs. Oh man, way too many homeless families. We need to build up housing at some point soonish. We have a lot of homeless families. That's never a good thing. Let's go ahead and just try and build up some housing if we can. Let's put that there. Let's try and put down a tenement if we're able. Do a tenement there. Go to this apartment. Let's electrify all of them and then modernize all of them. Let's go up a budget. Solar panel windows, 12K, but that's a lot of electricity saved. That should be pretty good in terms of housing. Not really, wow. All this housing instantly got filled. Let's do one here like that. One there like that. Put some parks in between them. Ooh. Kinda does look cool, honestly. These stupid shacks are ruining this building here. Should be fine though. So we have 1,000 cars stored here and we're getting ready to send them to the Middle East, but we do need to try and make them just a bit happier so we can get an insane deal. We can lie to them, say we're gonna send them something and then not send them that thing. $2,500. There we go. Let's go and refresh this.
Do any of these offers look good to you?
That is not good. This mission's kind of getting kind of sketchy. We shouldn't have thrown all of our eggs in one basket. We should have done another country. We need to level up legalized substances, which there's absolutely no way that we're going to be able to do that within like the year.
What a hassle it is enforcing the ban on certain substances.
Like we have like less than a year. There's no way that it's gonna level up in that year, but I mean, might as well try. And if we get invaded by America, then it's pretty much game over because a humongous chunk of our economy is running on tourism and all the tourists are gonna leave. So we definitely don't want that to happen. Let's try our hand at electrifying all of these. Cool. Trade with the Middle East. Let's go ahead and lie. See, we're gonna sell them logs, this, that, and this. Cool. So, oh no, that's not good. I did way too many trade routes with one country all of a sudden. Either way, we do have the Middle East pretty high up, so let's go ahead and switch this to stimulate exports, and then let's hire in one more person for it. Press play for just a bit here. Lots of cars being sold.
The good citizens.
Oh, whoa. We're about to lose this election. Emergency measures. Did not notice that. Alrighty. So, I totally spaced where I was at,
Well, from
but...
Health Corporation are slashing the prices of plastic surgery this month. Get the free, freaky lip plumping with every nip and tuck.
I think this is a pretty good spot to end today's episode. We are reaching into the hour-long mark, which is a bit longer than videos that I want to be making for the time being. I don't really have as much time as I did a couple of months ago, so sort of have to budget out my time as much as I can, and so that's why my uploading schedule has been a bit more sporadic. But if you enjoyed the episode, be sure to leave a like, and if you want to follow along with this series where I'm going through completing 100% of the game, then be sure to subscribe. Peace.